This is the resume that we are going to create today just using the Microsoft PowerPoint tool. So this is a very neat and compact PPT or a resume that we are going to create using PowerPoint. So firstly, we will need a new presentation. Simply create a new presentation, and this is the slide that you're going to get by default when you create a new presentation. So first thing is you need to resize the page. To do so, you need to simply go to the design section and go to slide size and click on custom slide size. So here just go to A3 paper. So this is the usual PDF page size, and here do not forget, here select on portrait and click on OK, and then click on maximize. Now you can see that the entire page has got converted into something like a normal PDF page. Now delete all the existing default elements. Now we will see what are the things that you need to put into a resume mainly. So these are the six things that you need to put into a resume. Firstly, your name, followed by your role. What is the current role that you're playing or the role that you're applying for? The next one is the summary. It can be a brief few words about what kind of a professional you are and what kind of an opportunity that you're looking for. And followed by that should be your experience, that is in your previous company or the current company that you're working for. What are all the roles that you've taken up from your very first day after your studies? And then your education, that is going to be your very latest qualification from any college or school. And last but not the least should be your contact. This is a very important point to be noted by freshers, because I have seen many resumes that come to me, but then I get very much attracted and impressed by the resume and their skills, but I will not find any contact details, so I will have to drop the resume because I do not know how to contact them at all. So these are the template six sections that you will find in any resume. But beyond that, there is one other section that has always impressed me, is to have a separate section for technical skills. So why is this very important? So for recruiters like me, it is very important that we see the technical skills of a candidate right away. So rather than having to go through the entire resume, because we get hundreds and hundreds of resumes on a particular day, on any day, and we may not have the time or patience to sit and read through the entire resume. Instead, there are few candidates that have come across who have specifically mentioned the technical skills as a highlighted point. Like they would have bolded out the skills from the experience section. But I personally always prefer in my own resume. So, whenever I'm trying for a new company or a job, so I always make sure to have a separate section to call out my technical skills. So, if you see here, we have this particular technical skill present separately as a section. So this is my resume back when I was an automation engineer. So I used to have this resume. So I've just made a few alterations for this video's purpose. However, as you can see, if any recruiter is taking my resume, they will be immediately able to see that I have these technical skills, because whenever a person is getting a requirement, these are the skills that they will be looking for. Like there will always be a set of skills that they look in a particular candidate. So now that is what we are going to do. And now let us start creating these sections one by one in a PPT. So now we have resized the page and we are good to start our resume. Okay, so go to insert and click on text box, and like just simply start writing your name. So my name is Srinidhi R. So I'm just writing it, and always make sure your name stands out in your resume. Now that we are done with all the sections, let us now do some beautification. So before doing so, we need to realize or come up with a color scheme. So the color scheme that I'm coming up for this resume is a teal blue color and white, teal blue and white color. So I am first going to change the color of the name. So let's keep it something like this, and let me change the color of all these into teal. Yeah. So there we go. And let me just give some partitions using some shapes or lines. So let's insert a line. So there we go. Let's draw some lines and simply differentiate these sections in a very subtle manner. And see, we have guidelines which show that the lines are aligned horizontally and vertically. Let's do it again. Yeah, so there we go. We have the guides saying that the lines are correct. Yeah, and let's have one more line with the deviation. Yeah, there we go. And let me simply intensify this line, all the lines together. Yeah, and let me change the color. Yeah, perfect. And now we have three sections within this experience section, right? So let's give a milder line. So what we are going to do is just insert it here, reduce the size of the line. Yeah. Now again, one more. So here you see that we don't have the guiding line, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm simply going to create this line into a straight line and then see if these lines are aligned or not. So now you can see that this one is not aligned. So now let me move this and let delete this. Yeah, there we go. I need to, yeah. So now what we're going to do is solid fill, and I'm going to increase the transparency. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. And now this is how our resume looks so far. And let's create or align these together and then give some border. So I'm just going to just move it a little bit. Yeah, looks quite aligned. And now again, we are going to insert another shape. So it is for a border, and so let's choose this, possibly somewhere here. And let me move this up a little bit and to the side. And I need to format this as well. So format shape. So let me say no line. So what happens is like this, and let the transparency look something like this. Yeah. So I'm going to bring this image again here and simply rotate it and bring it up and forward. And now that our entire resume is ready, what I'm going to do is I just need to check if it is quite aligned. Yes. Yes. So now what we are going to do is, let's see, and it looks perfect. Export, create PDF. So choose this option and resume and resume underscore v2. And so there we go. And that is how we create this very simple yet compact and completely informative resume.